Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in a man's life when he must retreat, not in cowardice, but in calculated discipline, a time when the noise of the world becomes unbearable and the only sanctuary is found in silence. I have often said the greatest revolutions begin, not in the streets, but in the still corners of the soul where no applause is heard and no spotlight shines. We live in an era where everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to be heard. But I say unto you, it is the one who is not seen but is constantly building, the one who is not heard but is always learning, that becomes the most dangerous, because power is not in the volume of your voice, it is in the depth of your focus. It is in what you do when no one is watching, and that is why I bring to you this truth today. Focus on yourself and stay silent. They will provoke you. They will test your patience. They will insult you, underestimate you, misquote you, and misjudge you. They will throw stones at your character and smear your intentions. But I ask you this, will you answer every dog that barks along your journey? Will you waste your energy on every shadow that moves beside your path? No, because not every battle is worth your presence. Not every fire deserves your water, and not every storm requires your resistance. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in a world full of noise is to remain silent. Silence is not weakness, silence is not surrender, silence is not retreat. Silence is the language of the disciplined, it is the shield of the wise, it is the strategy of the focused. When you remain silent in the face of distraction, you do not lose. You grow because your energy is not wasted in argument, your mind is not poisoned by anger, your time is not stolen by chaos. Instead, your silence becomes a fortress, and inside it you sharpen your spirit. You sharpen your purpose, you sharpen your vision, and by the time the world realizes you have not spoken, they will already be stunned by what you have built. You must understand this. Every reaction is an investment. Every time you respond to gossip, you deposit value into irrelevance. Every time you engage with ignorance, you elevate noise above your own growth. And every time you argue with those beneath your mission, you slow your own momentum. The enemy doesn't always need to defeat you. They only need to distract you. They know they cannot match your purpose, so they try to disturb your peace. But what happens when you stop giving them your words? What happens when you look them in the eye and give them silence? Your enemies feed on your reaction. But when they speak and you do not reply, when they throw stones and you do not flinch, when they lie and you do not explain, something begins to happen. They begin to panic because silence is power. It unsettles the insecure, it confuses the arrogant, and it protects the powerful. While they scream your name in the streets, you remain hidden in your process. While they shout at your door, you build behind it. While they shout to the world about what you should be doing, you let the world see what you have become. That is victory through discipline. That is dominance through self-mastery. When you stop engaging every critic, you start creating real change. When you stop defending your journey, you start accelerating it. And when you no longer feel the need to explain yourself, you become unstoppable. Because now your focus is not on their words, it is on your work. Your energy is no longer trapped in arguments. It is free to create, and your mind is no longer cloudy with noise. It is clear with purpose. You no longer waste time trying to prove who you are. You show them through what you build, what you overcome, and what you become in silence. History does not remember those who shouted back. It remembers those who stayed silent, built their vision, and returned with results. And when the results arrive, they make more noise than your enemies ever could. The ones who scream today will fall silent when your legacy speaks. The ones who doubt your steps today will walk in the footprints you leave behind tomorrow. So do not be distracted, do not be reactive, be strategic, be silent, and let your life become so loud with purpose that you no longer need to say a word. because in the end the man who speaks too much gives himself away. But the one who listens, the one who watches, the one who waits, he is the one who rises above all. He is the one whose name echoes not because of how loud he shouted, but because of how far he reached. So focus on your path, stay silent in your power, and let your results speak volumes in the silence they never saw coming. Greatness is not inherited, it is not handed down, it is not found in the noise of public praise or in the spotlight of empty applause. Greatness is forged in silence. It is built in the dark corners where no one watches. It is born in the still mornings and the late nights, in the small decisions that no one claps for. And the foundation of that greatness is self-discipline. Without self-discipline, dreams remain dreams. Without discipline, talent dies in comfort. And without the will to govern yourself, you will always be a slave to distractions. In a world obsessed with speed, with validation, with attention, self-discipline is rebellion. It is the rare courage to say no when the world tells you yes. It is the strength to walk away from what is easy in pursuit of what is right. It is the refusal to be ruled by impulse and the commitment to be guided by purpose. You cannot master your life if you cannot master your habits. You cannot rise if you are constantly pulled down by your own desires, and you will not lead anyone if you have not first learned to lead yourself. Self-discipline is not about punishment. It is about precision. It is about aligning your daily actions with your deepest values. It is not glamorous. It is not celebrated, but it is necessary. It means waking up when your body begs you to sleep. It means working while others celebrate. It means studying when others are wasting time. It means building when no one is watching, because the world does not reward those who wish, it rewards those who prepare. And preparation requires discipline. You must train yourself to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it, because feelings are temporary, but discipline creates legacy. The man who follows emotion will live in cycles of regret. But the one who trains his mind, disciplines his thoughts, and commands his actions, that man becomes a force no one can stop. It is not about how talented you are. It is about how committed you are to the grind that no one sees. It is about whether you can keep showing up when it gets boring, when it gets hard, and when no one claps. There are many who start the race, few finish. Fewer still finish strong. The difference is not in skill, but in discipline. The discipline to continue, the discipline to grow, the discipline to hold yourself accountable when no one else will. If you want to be respected, be consistent. If you want to be powerful, be intentional. And if you want to rise above the noise, build silently with discipline and let your success be the announcement. You will be tempted, you will be tested. The world will offer you shortcuts. It will offer you comfort over calling. But discipline is the voice that says no. Discipline is the chain that anchors you to your vision. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning long after motivation is gone. Do not wait for motivation. It is unreliable. Instead, build the habit of discipline, because when you are disciplined, you do not wait for perfect conditions. You create them. When you are disciplined, you don't chase moments, you build momentum. And when you are disciplined, you don't talk about what you will become. You work silently until you become it. Let them wonder what you are doing. Let them talk while you train. Let them doubt you while you execute. Because in time, your results will speak louder than their opinions, but that only happens if you have the discipline to stay the course. Every time you say no to laziness, no to distraction, no to weakness, you are casting a vote for the man you are becoming. Every disciplined day is a brick laid on the foundation of your greatness. Discipline is not about restriction. It is about freedom, the freedom to live on your own terms, the freedom to pursue your vision without delay. the freedom to choose long-term impact over short-term pleasure. When you are disciplined, you are not swayed by trends or trapped by temptations. You are grounded, you are focused, you are dangerous in silence. So I say to you, choose discipline in your mind, in your body, in your actions. Let your routine reflect your vision. Let your discipline build your destiny, because greatness does not shout. It works in silence. It does not chase fame. It chases mastery, and it does not arrive by accident. It is built brick by brick, moment by moment, through the quiet, consistent power of self-discipline. Be so disciplined that the world cannot ignore you. Be so focused that noise becomes irrelevant, and when they finally see you, let them realize you were building all along, while they were watching others. In this age of noise where everyone is talking, posting, sharing, reacting, silence is now a rare weapon. People speak before they think. They expose their dreams to strangers. They announce their every step to people who secretly wish to see them fall. They reveal their vision before it has matured, and then wonder why it withers under the weight of envy, mockery, and doubt. But the wise understand something powerful. Silence is not emptiness. It is strategy. It is focus. It is power. There is a strength that comes with keeping quiet. When you are silent, you listen more. You learn more. You observe deeply, and in that quiet, you see what the noisy cannot. The world rewards the one who can watch without reacting, who can move without broadcasting, who can win without screaming. There is no need to announce the storm when you are the storm. There is no need to talk about your success when you are building it in silence, brick by brick, with discipline and precision. Your silence keeps your energy intact. It shields your growth from premature destruction. Many dreamers fail not because of lack of talent, but because they spoke too soon, shared too much, trusted too quickly. They thought the world would clap, but the world criticized. They thought they were safe, but their vision was killed by voices they allowed too close. Silence is your shield. Keep your goals guarded. Let your actions be your only language. Speak less, move more. When they cannot predict you, they cannot stop you. To be silent is not to be passive. It is to be calculated. It is to choose inner peace over public approval. It is to invest your time in building, not boasting. The loudest ones are often the least certain. They talk to convince others and themselves, but the silent ones, the focused ones, they don't have time to impress. They are too busy creating, too busy rising. And when their time comes, their work speaks louder than any words ever could. Let people underestimate you. Let them doubt you. Let them forget you. That is your advantage. When they are not watching, you are growing. When they are distracted, you are preparing. And when you arrive, you will not need to introduce yourself. Your results will announce you. Noise attracts attention. Silence attracts results. The one who moves in silence is the one who moves freely, without interruption, without envy, without pressure. Not every thought needs to be posted. Not every step needs to be shared. Not every plan needs to be told. Let your silence confuse them. Let your silence make them wonder, because in silence you find clarity. In silence you find strength. In silence you find freedom, and in silence you protect your peace. This world is filled with noise, but greatness has always grown in quiet. The roots of the tallest trees go deep underground, unseen. The foundation of every great empire is laid beneath the surface, unnoticed. It is in those quiet seasons, those silent moments, that the most powerful transformations happen. You are not weak because you are silent. You are powerful because you don't need to be loud. You don't need validation. You don't need attention. You don't need applause. You are focused. You are building. The people who truly achieve something are rarely the loudest. They are intentional, they are disciplined, and they are silent because they understand that words are cheap, but results are expensive. Let your life be the loudest thing about you. Let your character speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your progress speak, but you stay quiet, stay grounded, stay committed. Some will try to provoke you. Some will try to draw you into chaos, but do not be baited. Your silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is control. It is the refusal to waste your breath on battles that do not matter. It is the focus to walk away from noise and walk toward purpose. You owe no one your words, you owe only your work, so move in silence, build in silence, heal in silence, grind in silence, let them wonder, let them guess, let them speak while you rise. Because when you finally show what you've been creating, the noise they made will be drowned in the echo of your impact. In this world driven by visibility, by validation, by applause and attention, I urge you resist the temptation to expose the process. Work in shadows, build in silence, create without announcement, because when your results speak, they speak louder than noise, louder than envy, louder than doubt, louder than any speech you could give. Your power is not in what you say, your power is in what you produce. Too many rush to declare their plans, expecting support, praise, even admiration. But the truth is, the more eyes on your process, the more distractions you will attract. The more you reveal, the more you invite sabotage, the more you invite delay, the more you hand your energy away. But when you work in silence, you deny your critics a target. You starve your enemies of updates. You protect your dreams in the sacred vault of patience and discipline. There, in the unseen, the real work is done. There, in the silence, your foundation becomes unshakable. It is not your words that make the world respect you. It is your consistency. It is your sacrifice. It is your unshaken focus when no one is clapping. It is the days you rise when no one is watching, the nights you stay up grinding when the world is asleep. Those are the moments that build destiny. Those are the hours where greatness is born, and those moments do not require a stage. They do not need cameras. They do not need noise. They only need your commitment. Let your name be echoed in rooms you've never entered, not because you promoted it, but because your results demanded it. Let your actions put your doubters to silence. Let your consistency destroy their assumptions. Let your success make the noise while you remain in control, grounded, humble, and unbothered. Real power moves quietly. Real transformation happens in secret, and when the time is right, it reveals itself, not through bragging, but through undeniable impact. You owe no one an explanation for your silence. You are not obligated to share your blueprint. You are not required to post your process. The greatest architects never show the world the blueprint before the building stands. The master sculptor does not show the world a half-carved stone. They wait. They work, they polish, and when the curtain lifts, the world is left speechless. This is the discipline you must hold. This is the mindset of builders, leaders, revolutionaries, those who understand that real strength needs no introduction. And when you arrive, because you will not need to shout, you will not need to announce, you will not need to seek approval. Your results will do all the talking. Your character will back it up. And your silence will become your signature. The shadow you once worked in will now become the very light that others follow. Many may misunderstand you while you're silent. Let them, they may mock you. Let them, they may think you're stuck. Let them, your silence is not confusion. It is calculation. It is preparation, and it is protection. Because when you walk your path without distraction, when you master your craft without interruption, you are ensuring your rise will be impossible to ignore. The day you unveil what you've been building, the noise they made will fall quiet. The rumors they spread will disappear in the presence of truth. The doubts they planted will wither under the sun of your discipline. You will not have to argue. You will not have to justify. You will not have to prove. Your results will be the answer to every question they asked. And in that moment you will know it was worth it. The silence. The sacrifice, The solitude, it was all worth it. So stay in the shadows, keep building, stay focused, stay silent. Let the noise be their weakness, and let the result be your response. Because when the result comes, it will be louder than every voice that tried to speak over your destiny. Silence is your armor, discipline is your weapon, and results are your revolution. Let the world feel your work, not your words.